You promised we would finally ask if we are alone, and I see no one.
We cannot fly to a far world, but the next best thing is to ask its air.
But the wanderers, the hidden seas, could any of those really be alive?
That is the hope, and today we learn how anyone could tell from afar.
Ask its air, though. How can a puff of gas say whether someone is home?
Because on our world, living things never stop rewriting our air.
The air just seems to sit there, the same as always.
Not so, for every green leaf breathes out the very oxygen you breathe in.
So the trees are quietly changing the whole sky, breath by breath?
Every hour of every day, until the air records the life below.
Its name in its very own sky? Then a living world would wear air, unlike a dead and empty one?
That is the idea, so a living world signs its name into its own sky.
The air that remembers life, I want to learn to read it.
Vega and Qubit, and the air that remembers life.
But those worlds are so far. How could we read the air around one?
With the very trick we learned, reading a world's air by splitting its light.
The missing colors, where a gas eats its own patch from the rainbow.
Just so we catch the starlight through a world's air and spread it wide.
And every gas leaves its own dark gaps, its own barcode in the colors.
Every gas and a gas can never lie about which colors it eats.
A whole barcode drawn in light. But the star blaze is so bright, how do we hear one thin whisper of air?
We read the star twice, once alone and once as the world crosses it.
So whatever changed the second time must belong to the world's own air.
Precisely, the star's own colors cancel and the planet's sky remains.
Then spotting the oxygen we breathe must mean life, surely.
Here we tread gently, for one gas alone can play a quiet trick on us.
A trick? How could plain oxygen ever fool anybody?
Sunlight can split a world's water and free oxygen with no life at all.
So a dead world could wear oxygen and pretend it keeps a garden.
It can, and we call that a false alarm, a fine sign with a dead cause.
Then how can we ever trust a single gas we find?
We never trust one gas alone. We hunt a pairing that cannot fake it.
A pairing then, not a single clue. So we must read the whole world, not just one line of it?
The whole world, its warmth, its water, the company each gas keeps.
A pairing? You mean two gases caught together?
Two gases that cannot last together, the oxygen you breathe and a marsh gas.
Why can those two never share the same sky?
Because they slowly burn each other away, so neither should be left.
And the marsh gas, does it linger any longer alone?
Hardly, it is a fleeting thing, gone from a sky in a wink of years.
So to keep even a little, a world must breathe out more all the time?
Just so, and to catch both at once, something must be refilling them.
Like a cupboard someone keeps refilling, or it would soon go bare.
A perfect thought, and only a busy kitchen keeps a cupboard that full. And a living world is that busy kitchen.
And the readiest hand for all that refilling is life itself.
Life, breathing them out faster than they can destroy each other.
So the real sign is two gases that should never agree.
That quarrel in the air is the loudest whisper of life we know.
Like finding a small fire and a wet puddle sitting side by side.
A lovely picture, for one of them ought to have put the other out.
So the whole hunt is really for that one impossible pairing?
That pairing is the prize, though we have never yet caught it anywhere.
Then we sweep the sky for oxygen and a marsh gas, and the hunt is won?
If only it were easy, for this hunt assumes life breathes as ours does.
You mean life out there might not breathe the same way at all?
It might breathe out gases we never thought to seek, a far stranger mark.
So we could stare straight at life and never know its handwriting?
We could, so each sign is a hint to weigh, never a proof to shout.
Weigh it, never shout it. A hint to weigh, not a proof to shout, I will keep that close.
Keep this close too, for something quiet and enormous has changed.
Changed how? It is the same old "are we alone" we always ask?
For every soul before us, it was a wish flung at the night with no answer.
And now?
Now it is a question we can truly test, one far world's air at a time.
You mean "are we alone" finally has an answer we can measure?
We point a patient eye at a sky and read it, where they could only dream.
That gives me chills. The oldest question turned into a real experiment. So tell me straight, with all these tricks, have we found anyone yet?
Not once, not anywhere, no sign of life confirmed beyond our own world.
Not a single one, anywhere at all. Nothing at all, after aiming our greatest eyes at the whole sky?
We turned them first on the rocky worlds nearest us, and it is humbling.
Humbling how? Were their skies not brimming with surprises?
The closest ones to their star came back bare rock with no air to read.
No air at all, only naked stone under that harsh light?
Bare stone, and the world in the gentle zone wears air too faint to read.
But there was that great story everybody was so excited about.
There was a faint whiff of a gas that life adores from one far world.
A gas that life adores. Surely that was the first hello?
It felt so for a season until sharper eyes looked and it thinned away.
Thinned away, so it was never really there?
It may have been noise or a plainer gas needing no life at all.
And other watchers checked that same faint light for themselves?
Many did, each with fresh eyes, and honest doubt keeps the truth clean.
So we drew a friend in hope and then rubbed the line out again.
We did, and that is honest work, for a pencil mark erased is no failure.
Honest work, even when it aches. It still stings, sketching a friend and quietly losing them.
I know, yet think what that careful erasing keeps safe for us all.
What does it keep safe, all this rubbing out of our hopes?
The day we write life in ink, the whole world will trust the line.
So every honest maybe now makes a real yes mean something later.
Beautifully said, and it is why we voice a maybe as a maybe, never more.
Could a sharper eye than ours settle these faint maybes for good?
Even now, keener eyes are being built to weigh these thin airs far better.
So the next explorers might read a sign we cannot even catch today?
They may, and remember, our own air carries a telltale pairing of its own.
You mean a far reader could point their eye back and read us?
They could, for our sky has been signing its name into every sunrise.
So while we read their skies, we are a page waiting to be read too.
We are the readers, and a book at once, a humbling place to stand.
I feared a season with no answer would feel empty, and it does not.
How does it feel to you now, at the very edge of the question?
Like the sky is full of letters we have finally learned to open.
Every world is a sealed page, and the light is the ink it was written in.
Written in light for anyone to read. And we have only just learned the alphabet, one gap at a time.
One rainbow at a time, we can walk up to the oldest question and knock.
For the whole of history nobody could knock, and now we can.
That is the gift of this new eye. It turns an ancient wish into a doing.
One page at a time then, for as long as it takes.
One page at a time, and that patience is the explorer's truest tool.
The biggest maybe there has ever been, and we get to hold it.
The biggest and the finest, and we hold it with wonder and with care.
So where does this question carry us next, now that we can ask it?
We have learned to read a world's air and next to hear its voice.
To listen, a world might be trying to call out to us on purpose?
Perhaps, and next adventure we ask how many out there could send a hello.
From reading the air to hearing a signal, the search is growing an ear.
If a world signs its name in the sky, subscribe and help us read it, setting course to listen for a single voice among the countless worlds.
See you out there, explorers.